One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. Boy, I need a haircut. It's getting pretty bad. But this here work vlogging type thing, we've been doing a lot of stuff. And I'll show that later tonight and I'll put it in this, but there might be a couple days combined. Right now, I'm taping off the front of the Tahoe. The Tahoe. And look at this thing's looking good, watch. We repainted these. You've probably already seen it. They look great. And not only that, like I used to do, I decked out this thing was so clean that I couldn't help but to deck out the wheel wells. Look at this. Watch this. Just gorgeous. This truck is so clean. Clean truck. But he's made it look good. Made it look good. Just shining that stuff up and look, just getting this stuff all the same color like this. It looks great. And if you clean this thing properly, you can make that frame underneath look good. One of the tricks is don't paint this kind of stuff. But look at this. This looks great. It just looks nice as can be. And I chose to put the U-bolts or whatever on the blocks the same color. But yeah, look good. The pumpkin was red. And now it's not. I even did the inside of the brake things there to where it looks really good. Look at your shackle things for the drop down or whatever for the leaf springs and all up in here. I ran out of paint right about here. I was going to touch that up. But I think the running boards we're going to leave. They look good. We did this in a satin, and I'm thinking I should have done a flat, but it's over now. And I'm probably going to do this satin to match because it looks good in satin. But I'm just taping this thing off, and there's hundreds of ways to do it, and yeah, I don't know. That's the deal. Place is cleaning up. I'll show you more tonight. Just a work vlog. Like I say, it's a personal choice thing, but I like to tape off stuff, mask stuff off with a razor blade. And when I come to something like this, I'll slice it right up to about what I want up top. I'll leave me a fat portion. I'll slice it, and then I can take this and slide it through and run it like that, and you'll see over here that I can now tape it on this side, and then I'll take this piece and tape it down over it. You can do it how you want, but this makes it clean. Okay, here's how this one ended up. Looks good. Just ran it right under. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it on this one, is I'm going to measure how much I'm putting up here. I'm going to roll this down, and I'm going to cut right around that bracket. I'll show you here, hang on. So I sliced it right here. Hang on. Come on. This is what I mean. You can't hold a camera and do this. Okay, so I sliced it right there. Now I'm going to find where I sliced it right there. And then I'm going to slice the bottom right about there. So I'm done. I've got 3 pieces. I'm going to run the top one through the top like so. Lift this up. Hope that does what I need. And I'm going to run the bottom one through here like so. And pull it around. Come on, buddy. Take it easy. There we go. Okay, I'll be back when I tape this up. But there's my flipper flapper and my opening and all that. Okay, got it all taped off and everything, and have a little bit of problem with the bulging around here because I'm not taped off to nothing over here. Maybe I could try it. Yeah, that's better. But all taped off. I'm just gonna lay a blanket or a tarp on the rest of the hood, and that is it, man. It is taped in there all around good. I need to add a little piece of tape right there so that's out of my way when I spray. And I think I got it. That's the deal. And actually, Rich just wiped these shocks with kerosene to where they look nice and white. Yeehaw. Okay, everything's taped off. And all I did on this is lightly sand it with a wet 400. Just lightly sanded it, and then I wiped it down with a towel, which isn't the way I should be doing this, but I'm thinking it's okay. So I'm going to actually apply a little primer over these spots. This stuff does help in preventing rust from coming back into your stuff. And it'll give you a nicer finish too. So the interesting thing will be how to get everything looking good, because it's an interesting thing to paint on the truck, that's for sure. And if I wasn't worried about this being a good job, I probably wouldn't primer it, because it makes it harder. But it will fill in some areas that I was wanting to fill in. I don't know how I'm going to get behind that. I really don't. I truly don't. I like it. Okay, just to clip a little bit more in for the heck of it, this front end, we got this side all painted up, looking good. And it is rather hard to paint behind it. It's one of those things that are better painted off a truck maybe, but it's something you can do. Don't be afraid of it. Rip it off and do it if you want, but you gotta be able to get it on the truck too. So, whatever. I'll clip some more in a second when this thing looks a little better. Okay, here we go. We got most of it all over here is done, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just get this here finished up as well, because we are just about done with this bad boy. And there's a nice thick 2 coats on it, except for this side, which I'm going to do right now. But definitely not something to be worried about painting on the truck, as long as you tape your stuff off correctly. If you're very vigilant in taping it off, you'll be fine. Especially if you're going with a flat or a matte or a satin type black or color, because the flats, they lay down better than anything, and they're just a way easier, user-friendly paint, I guess you'd say. But this one is done. There's nothing you can do about this. It's not runs. It's stuff in the paint. But that's that. I'm going to wrap this up, let her set, and give it another coat. Yeehaw. Okay, here's a quick little part of it all done. All looking just snazzy and good. As you can see, I actually got behind it really good. It wasn't easy, but you never know you painted it on the truck. And now, it's time to detail this son of a gun. Okay, here it is after. And it just looks amazing. Even got behind it really good. Out in the sun now to where you can really see the way it looks. We're changing a throttle positioning sensor on it. And look at that, man. And I'll show you underneath and a couple things like that. But this right here, it just looks great. It's easy to get a pretty good look with using flat paints and matte satin paints. But that's the deal. That's your brush guard painting. Hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to you. Make sure to subscribe. Daily videos. Alright, we had some rain, but here is the truck after, and you'll see that just looks amazingly great. Look at this. I'm not beating my own chest by saying it looks amazingly great, but the texture on it, they already had some, and that hammered really filled in the gaps perfectly. And I'll tell you, it fits tight, it looks great. This one here, it's not the worst of them. The worst of them is on the other side. This one was pretty good overall, but it looks great. Look at me beat on my own chest, it looks great. See if I can focus differently. And I'll tell you, I went ahead and did the under here too. Look at this. Just basically, everything on the truck was done. And it just looks great. I did the inside of the hubs there. And if you got a really clean truck like this, it's pretty easy to do. This is the worst one, and that's the spot. And if you look, that's the worst of the spots. It's hard to see. I think this one right here. Right here. You just can't even see it there. Looks good, man. I'm thoroughly happy with the job we got out of this. And my camera's going dead, but that's okay. Just wanted to show you all this. Looks as good as you're ever gonna get it looking.